Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to the Police Accountability Show. Remember, when you watch the Police Accountability Show, you agree to being offended, as well as nothing you see on the Police Accountability Show constitutes legal advice. Please seek out a local lawyer for your local laws. And welcome, everyone, and welcome to the Police Accountability Show. I'm your host, Chad Christophers, and I'm here today to talk about lawlessness in the police. Do the police need to be lawless to do their jobs? And that's kind of the entire point of the Police Accountability Show, is to hold the police accountable. In an essence, ending their absolute lawlessness over people. They do not need to be lawless to do their jobs. They should be able to do their jobs the same way everyone else does, without violating the law themselves. Right? Makes sense, doesn't it? We all have to be accountable at work. We all have to do our jobs. I'm not lawless at work. I can't do whatever I want, right? It would be detrimental. It would be negative for my workplace if I did. And no different with the police. They're going out there and they're holding people accountable. Well, I mean, it is incredibly hypocritical for them to go out and hold everyone else accountable, and for them to not be held accountable to themselves. And that's where a lot of the power tripping, I believe, comes from, is because they really can. They can really go out there and do whatever they want, and have been allowed to do that for a very long time. And we see that now that we have all the cameras going. Right? And that's really the big change in our society, has been the proliferation of surveillance equipment, cameras, and things like that. And that has changed the way we perceive police, because now we all see the way these guys are acting, the way these guys are doing their jobs. We see it now. And what do we see? We see bad behavior. We see the complete opposite of what we thought the police were in many times. George Floyd is a drop in the bucket. We've been seeing these attacks, especially against minorities, for as long as there's been police. And that's where we have an opportunity now with our technology to not only see this corruption, but we have the ability to get rid of it. When the police do something wrong, we can see it. There's no more arguing. There's no more, word versus word when it comes down to video surveillance. A picture is worth 1,000 words, is true. The bottom line is, the police do not need lawlessness to do their jobs. They should be just as accountable as everyone else in the world. And what I believe and what I ask you to do is to support politicians that support police accountability. If you see a review, a survey, anything about the police, please contact them. Tell them the police do not need to be lawless. No one said that saying that police don't need to be lawless isn't still supporting the police. You can support the police and not believe that they need lawlessness to do their jobs. And I mean, in no way do I personally not believe that lawlessness isn't evil. I mean, even in the Bible itself, the greatest evil in the Bible is described as lawlessness. So they do not need evil to do their jobs. Don't get me wrong, they are going up against evil. And unfortunately, sometimes you need to be evil to deal with evil. And I do understand that aspect. But lawless, they don't need lawlessness. Tell me, what do you think? Do you think the police need lawlessness to perform their daily tasks and duties, to enforce the law, to arrest people? I don't. But what do you think? Do you think they need the lawlessness? Tell me in the comments. Tell me what you think. This has been Police Accountability. I'm Chad Christophers. Don't work too hard.